think you actually get wetter here standing on the side, at least the way the wind's blowing today, than you do from being on it. Yep. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yay! Arlo, where are we going?
Yay.
Close. We're going to Legoland!
Yay.
What are we going to do at Legoland?
Yay.
Right. Boys, what are we going to do at Legoland?
Wait.
Wait, yes, we are going to wait in line.
Wait.
Yeah. And... oh, we're going to get there late. You guys were too slow.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't Daddy.
Wait. We're gonna be late.
It's fine. Just a little bit. Plus, we'll make up some time. I know a shortcut.
Yay. Shortcut.
What rides are you guys most excited about?
Everything.
Nice. All right, are we excited, boys?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yip, 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 yip.
Hey boys, can you tell me what your favorite things at Legoland are?
Everything.
Which thing?
Everything.
Which things though? Like which rides do you like the most?
Everything.
I mean, that's a good answer, but like, okay, so why don't you tell people on the internets about all the rides that are there in case they've never been there before?
There's a roller coaster and there's mini ones. There's a boat ride with water. There's actually a lot of water rides.
What do you do on the Ninjago ride?
So there's Lego guys and try to get them.
Who always wins?
Daddy.
You know it. Oh, over there.
There's a factory ride. I love the factory ride. Uh-oh.
All right, let's see how this baby turns. Ready?
Uh-huh.
We want to go to the chargers, the e-chargers. Thank you.
We're going to the Chargers.
best part about Legoland. Free charging. Although it's really slow. And good. Alright, we just have to stay here for 9 hours and 40 minutes. Perfect. So 32 amps, 201 volts. So
Daddy!
that is 6.4 kilowatt. Legoland is comprised of several zones, each with a different theme. When you get in, there is... what is it? What did you remember any of the names? What were any of the names? It's not mini, that's Bricktopia, yeah. Which has a lot of the rides that kids around 2 and even under can do. So that's got the carousel, the spinny cups, the train, Duplo train, and then the Lego factory ride, which is an inside ride where you sit in a car that you don't see the tracks for, and it takes you through a Lego factory. And the thing that's supposed to be unique about it, but I don't think it's ever worked any of the times we've gone on it, is they take a picture of you and try to make a Lego character out of you.
Oh, okay, so it's...
But this time it was all just blank.
Yeah, it's Bricktopia.
Okay, so Bricktopia.
Brick Street.
And then, oh, and Brick Street.
I love being at Legoland. It's hot out.
Yeah.
What's it?
This, I think a lot of times they have performers and things. It's sort of the biggest open area right at the front of the park. A lot of big Lego statues. They have their 90th anniversary giant Lego birthday cake, and then they have a big Lego globe that you can build stuff on out of regular Lego pieces. A bunch of bins there. The boys always love that. We usually do that right as we're leaving, and then get into a fight about leaving because they want to just keep doing it. But you can build stuff and then stick it on the globe. And there's Ninjago World, where you have the Ninjago ride, which is a sit-on inside ride with 3D glasses, where you use your hands to shoot energy balls at the bad guys, and you get points. So we always compete, and Daddy always wins.
No, Mommy wins. Mommy beat Daddy today.
I think Daddy won.
No, I'm pretty sure.
I finally figured out how you do it.
I had 6 digits.
I had 154,100 points.
That was the second time we
That was,
went with them.
yeah, because I finally figured out that I put my hands way too low, and you gotta put them up higher. That's how you do it.
I had 217,000.
Oh, please. The numbers don't go that high.
Who won? You or Daddy? Daddy! Oh my goodness. I don't believe it.
Ninjago, nice and air conditioned. Good way to cool off in the middle of the day. And then you also have the Gravity Force Trainer, which is it's a ride that goes around and around. I know it as the Himalaya ride from Hershey Park, but it goes around in a circle, goes kind of up and down, and it basically pulls you into centrifugal force. Makes you go on the outside, so the kids always squish with it. And then there's a little playground there that they like, and a bunch of like little rock climbing things. So then after that, you have Lego Castle, which I'd say between Castle and Pirate are the two sort of biggest ride areas. So Castle has the 2 different dragon-themed roller coasters. The Dragon's Apprentice is a smaller one that kids can go on, although the minimum height for that was 36 inches, so our 2-year-old couldn't get on there. But the twins went on. That one just sort of goes around in a little track. Then you have the regular dragon one, which is in the big castle. That one, doesn't go upside down or anything, but a little bit more of a thrill ride. So that one goes, I kind of like how they have it actually. You go on like a little part at the beginning that just stays flat, and you go like around through the castle, and there's a bunch of different Lego stuff going on. And then there's like a blast off thing that pushes you up the hill, and then you go around and around and around. It's a nice length one, probably the longest ride of anything ever. And then there is the Merlin's Apprentice, I think it's called, which is the same one that they have at the indoor Lego Discovery Parks Center, where it's basically a bicycle and you pedal, and the more you pedal, the higher up you go. That's a good one. The only downside is it only holds, I think, 8 total people, and they have to put you in, go check each person individually. Then they have to come around and unbuckle each person individually. So it takes a long time to get on there and to get off. So the line moves super slow. So I'd say if there's any more than about 10 people in line, it's not worth the ride. But the boys do like that one because you go up in the air. And then they have the power ride where you pull on a rope to go up. They like that one too because you can sort of race the other people, and then you can go up and down while you're up there. And I feel like you get a decent length of time on that one too. It's not like you just go up and then you're done. And then you don't just like fall straight down. It's not like a drop kind of ride, but it goes at a good speed that's just exciting for the kids. So Castle we usually spend a lot of time at, the rides there. And then right after that there is Lego City.
Lego Parts.
City first. And City maybe has the most total rides. There's a playground. They have the cars that you drive. So there's 2 different sets. One for kids 3 to 5, which is a smaller one, and then a 6 to 12 one that is like a much larger one, and they just graduated to that one, and they love that because there's like stop signs and a bunch of different intersections and more scenery and different routes and stuff that you can take. So that one's fun, and at least the times we've been there, the line doesn't seem to get too long for that one, so you can get right on. They have a lot of cars for at least the 6 and up one. Then they've also got the Coast Guard Academy, where you drive the boat. It's nice, like you're not on the track, so you actually get to steer it. Although it is a little bit of a wild ride if you're letting a 6-year-old steer. And we've seen quite a few people manage to get the boat stuck or completely turned around in there. That's a fun one. You don't get wet on that one or anything. And even the little kids can go on that. So our 2-year-old was able to go on that one with us. Then you've got the movie theater there for 4D movies, where you wear the 3D glasses and they spray stuff at you. I think we've seen all the movies. There's like a City one, a Ninja one, and then like I don't know what the Lego theme for that is, but like sort of an imagination one. They're all equally fun, and they run like every 20 minutes, so you never really have to wait too long for one. And then you've got the fire truck one that we've only done once because the line moves super slow for that one also. I think there's like 6 trucks, but they usually only have like anywhere from 3 to 5 running. And then it's like only 2 people per truck, and the ride is fairly long, so that one moves super slow too. So you go on the truck, you do like a hand cranky kind of thing up and down to drive it forward. Then you stop at a building, get out, you do like another hand crank and like sprayer thing to put out the fire, and then you get back on and drive it back. So it's sort of like a race. And I think that's everything at City. And then after that you've got Pirate. So at Pirate they have a pirate ship that is the one that goes kind of just back and forth, up and down, but it also rotates around slowly. So you get a little bit of side motion too. We've only done that one once, but that one was fun. And you have the the boat ride with where you spray the water. You have to like spin a crank to make it go further, so adults can get that thing sprayed pretty far. And that one really makes a difference between with how wet you get, depending on how much the people on the side want to spray you. They have like targets on it, but those don't ever seem to have been working to do anything, so you can still spray them, but I think they're supposed to like make things move and do sound effects and stuff, but it doesn't seem like they have that going yet. Then you have another big playground, and the boats that go around in a circle and go sideways, so you can kind of steer and decide how far out from the thing you want and like how much sideways. And so the further out that you get, the more likely you are to get wet on that from the water explosions that go there. Then after that, you've got the climb up the hill for, you know, the official. That's Miniland, which is just all of the city recreations and the little scenes. There's a whole bunch of like interactive elements in the things there, as well as some like you know, little hidden things within the scenes that you can try to find. So that one's fun, and it's usually the point that we are utterly exhausted, especially climbing back up the hill. And it gets pretty hot there too. There's not a lot of shade.
There's no shade.
Yeah, there's no shade, and you also just end up, especially with kids, standing there for a long time as they look at everything and play with all of the interactive things and make your way up. And then you're back to the start by the carousel. We usually do those rides a couple more times before we leave, and then head out. That's all of the different things at Legoland. Waiting here for Coast Guard Academy to see if Arlo can go on here. He's got to be third.
Oh, okay.
And we just went on the Dragon roller coaster. How was the Dragon roller coaster, Mommy?
Fine. It's a roller coaster.
Which one was it? The big one?
No, it's a little one.
Were you scared?
sister.
Did somebody hold your hand?
No, I had to go with myself. We weren't allowed to speak.
Boys.
We exceeded the weight limit.
Boys, did you guys like the roller coaster? Which one did you like more, the big one or the little one?
Big one.
Big one? You weren't scared?
Yeah, Adam. But we're by ourselves.
We're now going to go on this pirate ride and hopefully cool down, because it is, I think, only about 80, but it's so humid here and the sun is strong. Super hot. Get him, guys. All right, guys. Oh yeah! Alright, this one, Splash Battle. Probably the one that you can get the wettest on here. It depends a lot on the people around and how much they're shooting you with the guns. So you've got ones on the boat, which you don't get a lot of opportunity to spray people on the boats across, just a couple of points where they cross over. But then you've got several places here on the side where so the adults can get pretty vigorously into it, and you can get pretty soaked. So we went on it twice. The first time people weren't really going for it, so we stayed pretty dry. Second time there was a lot of land to sea exchange and got pretty soaked. But for a day like this, it felt very nice, and we're pretty much dry already. Best part about Legoland.
I think you'll need Daddy with you in order to make sure you actually win.
Build it, boss.
Said mate. Are you mates at Legoland?
We do not like Legoland.
Oh, you don't? Oh, well then let's leave. How you
Just
good time?
kidding.
We better leave, cuz.
Just kidding.
No, brother, I thought you were serious.
All right, Newburgh IPA Legoland Edition review. Very nice, very refreshing, especially on a sweaty, sunny, overcast, humid day at the park. Goes great with pirate ships. 5 stars. Would drink again. Might drink again. Depends on how long we're here at the pirate ship. You wanna go on the slide? You gonna go on the slide? Go on the slide. Bye-bye. Right, this one, Rogue Riders. This one's got these explosions, I guess, fountains that are triggered from the little buttons here from people doing on the side. But I think you actually get wetter here standing on the side, at least the way the wind's blowing today, than you do from being on it. Yep. Oh, yeah, there we go. The nice thing is they've got both sides going today, so the line's going a little bit faster. The times we've been here before, it took forever to get on here. It actually doesn't hold that many people, but it looks like it's moving decently today.
Whoa, whoa, I balanced, Daddy.
Yeah.
All right, guys, move out of the way so What'd you do on that ride? Boys.
Yankee Doodle be heard up.
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Mind the music and the step and will the girls be handy.
Oh, well done.
Stirring rendition.
Way to go, President. Alright, boys, the little girl's waiting for a charge. Anders. Anders.
So this is, they call this Mini Cityland, which is all the Lego buildings. So we went through San Francisco, Las Vegas, kind of the Midwest, Washington DC, all of the different boroughs in New York, and now Goshen, which is where Legoland is. So it's all the local sites. I like this one because all three of them can go by themselves.
Yeah.
Arlo loves going with his big bros.
I like the roller coaster and the choo-choo train. And that's why I like little roller coaster.
That's okay, don't worry about it.
Axel, did you have a good time at Legoland? Yeah. And what was your favorite stuff?
Yeah.
But which rides were your favorite?
Yeah.
Okay, are our brains melted because we had too much fun?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good.
No interview today,
Yeah.
sorry.
My favorite one was the Ninjago ride.
Ninjago ride? What's the best part?
The one with ninjas.
The one with ninjas? What's the best part about it?
Double thumbs. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. All right.
Good one.
Great time at Legoland, and we are totally exhausted and our brains are broken. And that's with a lot of sugar and gummy sharks. But we had a great time. Should we go back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's 2 twin approved.
Yeah.
All right, rolling out of Legoland. Did we have a good time?
Yep.
Who had a good time?
Me.
Me.
Arlo definitely had a good time.
Not me.
Not you?
And we got a nice charge from the
Or 94?
free charger. Oh, I did 4 there. I don't get why people don't use the charger.
I don't think they know. I bet they don't know that it's there.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, people don't just go check plug share every single place that they're ever going.
No, but that's smart.
Oh, did you
That's smart. That's a nice charge that we got.
Yeah, we went from, we were 30% when we got there, and we're at
30%. We had 50 miles left. There's no way we were at 30% because it's 220
maybe
and
it
we're
was
at
20.
67.
Maybe it was 20%. Maybe it was 30% when we left the house. 20% and finished at, it says 67 now, but we just had the air blasting, so I think probably 70. which we had like 60 miles of range when we got here. Now it says 220. Although I'm learning that in this car that means absolutely nothing. And everyone had a blast. What is our Arlo, what was your favorite thing at Legoland?
Me! Ninjago.
Me too, Arlo. My favorite thing was you too, Arlo.
Me!
Arlo, you look like you had a blast this time.
Like he didn't like any of the outside ones.
Me.
Alright, I think we've definitely paid off our
Yes.
annual pass at this point. This is our 4th time?
Twice without Arlo and twice with Arlo, yeah.
Yeah. We had a great time at Legoland. Everyone is wiped out, which is a sign of a really good day. We all got a little bit of a sunburn. We're all very thirsty and tired. Suggestions: bring sunblock because there's not very much shade. The only real place to cool down is inside some of the rides and maybe on the water rides. And bring some refillable water bottles because it was very hot, and they do at least have fountains in a bunch of places. And I think so.
Your own food.
Yeah, and you can bring your own food too, which is nice. So we packed a lot of snacks. I only saw 2 places to get beer. The one that we've gotten it at both times is at the pirate part, and then the other one I saw was in between the factory and Ninjago, but I didn't go that close to it, so I don't know what they had.
It's not in camp. It was the same stuff.
Same stuff. So they had that Newburgh IPA, Kona Golden Ale, and I think Michelob Ultra. Oh, and an Angry Orchard cider. I think this time our 2-year-old enjoyed it even more than the last time when he was under 2. So he wasn't able to go on all that many things, but a lot of the stuff toward the front, like the merry-go-round, there's a train, spinning cups, and then he could go on the factory ride and the Ninjago ride, which are inside rides. Although he didn't really like either one because they both have some dark parts and he was a little bit scared.
Me.
Yes, you're talking about you. Parking was a little bit of a pain. We got there like 10 minutes after they opened and it was already pretty crowded. But with the electric vehicle chargers, we parked right up by the front. They had 4 chargers. Looks like all 4 were working now, but one of the 4 they have marked as a handicap spot now. So there may only really be 3 that you can use. I think those 3 were taken most of the day. The same car that was at the first one was still there when we left. We took one, and then there was a Model 3 that was there when we got there. I had checked on the camera over the app around the time that we were leaving, and it was still there. When we actually got to the car, it was gone. The parking lot was pretty much full otherwise, so really crowded on a Sunday in July. It's gotten more and more crowded every time we've gone, although it's also felt like they've had more employees every time that we've gone, and more of this stuff is open. I think every single ride was open today, for the first time ever since we've been there. The Little Dragon coaster had been closed every other time, and that was running today. The Coast Guard boats were closed all of the other times except for the last time that we came. I think it's relatively new. That was open, and yeah, other stuff is like pretty much always open. And they had more shows going on now, more just sort of like performers and people in the Lego costumes and stuff throughout the park. Staff is very friendly, although things are a little bit slow compared to other U.S. amusement parks. So this one is run by a UK-based company, so that's why you're allowed to bring food in and why they have beer. But they're, I mean, I guess for better and worse, they're very thorough with the checking the rides, with making sure everybody's secured correctly in the seats in whatever ride. But that just leads to longer times to get everybody off and to get everybody on and running the rides. So you're not gonna just kind of run around and quickly turn back over. Although,
They also don't have a single rider option.
yeah, there's really only one line. They have a bunch of the rides now. They have like a reserve and ride thing that I looked at, and it was really expensive. I think it was almost $100 a person, something like that.
You said 60.
Maybe I think there were two different options. I don't remember what they were, but I think one was like 50 or 60, and one was like 100. So, so it depends on how crowded it is, if that's really worth it. So when we first got there, things were really quick. We got on the Ninjago ride and the Dragon Coaster, which are the two that get the longest lines, both almost without a wait. And then at the end of the day, we went back to the Ninjago one, and the line didn't look that long, but it just moved slow. So it took almost half an hour, I think, to get on there.
And the sign said only 10 minutes.
And the sign said only 10 minutes. Yeah, you can't really trust the wait time signs too much. They seem to be updating all the time. And then some would say 30 minutes, and we got on almost right away. Some said 10 minutes, and it was more like 30 minutes. It doesn't seem like a big park when you're looking at the map and when you're kind of looking at it, but you go slow through it. And we were there for 6 hours, and we skipped quite a few rides, especially toward the beginning. Other than we took it a little bit easier toward the end of the day. And now we're sitting in traffic getting out of here. But yeah, great park. Good enough that this is our fourth time coming back. Wouldn't have come back if we didn't like it. I think it's actually about perfect for kids of the age that ours are. So the 6-year-olds, they can go on everything. There are a couple that they can go on alone, which is nice. They could go on the train with their little brother all alone, which he loved. And then everything else they can get on. The 2-year-olds, like I said, can't get on everything, but there are still a good number of things that he can do. So he was entertained throughout the day, and we just split up a couple of times to let everybody do what they wanted to do, and it worked out pretty well. So good park. Hope you like that. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.